folks, this very book is responsible for helping more people learn how to play fingerstyle guitar like the greats. This is by Stefan Grossman, or books just like it. He wrote a lot of books. Now, there's also people out there saying you can't learn how to play fingerstyle guitar from a book. Now, how can both be true? Now, I make a huge emphasis on this channel to talk about the importance of learning how to play guitar by ear, but I also realize that I put out a tab every week too, and I've never really talked about the importance of music literacy. So today I'm going to do just that by using five of the most important books I think you should check out if you want to learn how to play fingerstyle guitar from a book, pulling from the 3 types of books. I'm probably going to get to 6 books actually by the end, if you stick around for the full video, of course, but we'll start with the first type. This is transcription books. Tab books, notation books, whatever you want to call them. They're an essential part of learning how to play fingerstyle guitar if you want to learn from a book. And if you want to go that route, you got to check out Stefan Grossman and anything by the Oak Publications. This is the more like what he did before Guitar Workshop. And, they're more on the vintage side of guitar literature, but they're great. They definitely stand the test of time. Now, I probably use this style of book the least as far as learning how to play guitar. Not that I don't use them at all, but I use them the least. I'll talk about what kind of book I actually use, but what's great about these, big pro, is there's pictures, there's chord diagrams that go along with every tab. So it's almost like a video, and it might be even better because it's slower, right? It's like a freeze frame of the video anyway. So that's a great thing. Kind of a con. It's a con and it's not. I don't love his tab style. His tab style puts the tab in the middle, in the space. And most tabs are on the line. Now, it's not that big of a difference, right? But if you read tab, it's kind of hard to get used to. Also, there's no rhythms in the tab, which I feel like was a thing for tab for a long time. I don't know why the innovation of adding rhythms wasn't added till later. He does standardize notation, though, on the next page. You can kind of flip back and forth and figure the rhythms out if you need to. I don't know why he just wouldn't put them, though, on the tab. I actually kind of just prefer the notation anyways, because it's just one and done, right? It's an easier read. But if you don't know how to read notation yet, definitely the tab's there for you, plus the pictures, plus all the historical information. It makes for a really great package deal. On the note of historical information, that's the next type of book here we're going to check out. This is historical books. I love these books. Now this is my favorite. This is my favorite by James P. Leary out of Madison, Wisconsin, and it's kind of the companion to this one. So you've got the original Folk Songs of North America, then you've got the spin-off Folk Songs of Another America. Both are an Alan Lomax collection turned into a book. This one just hyper focuses on the upper Midwest versus this is just generally, North America. This one's, you got to check this one out if you haven't seen it. I mean, look at that beautiful sigil. My wife recreated that on the back of one of my winter jackets. My jacket is destroyed. It's hardly even a functional winter coat anymore, but it has the sigil on the back, so I can't stop wearing it. Yeah, check out this book. Mine's especially cool because it's Robert Bly's. When he died, one of the bookstores here in town bought his entire library, and this was in it. So this is Robert Bly's Folk Songs of North America. In part a history book, in part a piano book, kind of something to sit around and just play music from. It could be any instrument, I guess, but I just call them piano books. This one's pretty much just a history book, but there's also CDs and a DVD in the back, if anybody can even play those anymore. But this book is such an amazing thing to have if you're into the upper Midwest stuff or any kind of unsung part of our country, which the upper Midwest folk music is definitely in that category. I'm talking about the music from the Swedes, the Finns, my people, from the upper Midwest, the logging camps, the deep boreal forests, the polkas, the schottisches, the mazurkas, German music, Polish music. It's an amazing collection to check out. Not just fingerstyle. There's probably not a lot of fingerstyle, but it's something that can inspire your own fingerstyle playing to give you a really wide palette to check out and to do something different with, right? Learn how to play a fingerstyle schottisch. Who's done that? So yeah, if you're looking for a kind of a one and done book that has a lot of great information, music, and videos, this is your book to give you that inspiration that you're looking for when you're trying to learn how to play fingerstyle guitar. On the note of inspiration, that's the last type of book. So like history books, they provide you the context I think is important to become a great guitar player, but also they give you that deeper connection to the artist or style you're checking out. And one of the most eye-opening books I ever checked out, this is a gift from Charlie Parr. This is called Brother Robert. So Brother Robert takes a really cool perspective on the story of Robert Johnson because it's written by his only living relative, Annie C. Anderson, who's I think still alive today, living out on the East Coast. Although that gets contentious near the end, I won't give anything away, but it's a really great story and a really important perspective. I recommend another pairing. Yeah, I recommend these two as some kind of companion. It doesn't matter which one you read first. This one's written by Mac McCormick, R.I.P., and this one's by Elijah Wald. So they're not written by the same people. You know, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they offer just totally unique perspectives that when you read them back to back give you almost an absurd understanding of the Robert Johnson story. That's going to be totally different than like the commercialized version. And yeah, it was a happy accident on my part. And so as a gift to you, I recommend one of those first, Brother Robert, and then Biography of a Phantom, in whatever order. I don't think it matters. All right, so circling back, you've got your inspiration. We'll work backwards here. And then you've got your fitness, which doubles as your historical. That's going to give you all the information so that you're the best folk singer you could be. And then you got the kind of more the education as far as like learning how to play this stuff. And I mentioned in the beginning, I use these the least, right? I probably get more inspiration than anything. I have a huge collection of books about the artist I'm into. But probably more than anything as far as learning how to play fingerstyle guitar, like as far as the mechanics go, I read stuff like this. And it's gonna surprise you, but it's probably been the most helpful. This is like a collection of violin duets. Now, why would I read violin duets? Well, for one, they're beautiful. This is very beautiful music, and I will play you one of these in a second here. For two, there's nothing like just opening a book and reading it, right? Now, if you don't read notation, obviously there's a huge obstacle there, right? But I think it's a great gateway into reading music versus if you try to learn how to play a normal fingerstyle guitar piece, reading it, like with standard notation, it's way too busy. It's way too much at once. But if you check out a very simple violin piece, just do the top line, just do the bottom line, that's achievable, and then try to piece them together. Now, of course, if you can read music, it's a really nice way to do something that's simple, but give it one that's like kind of elevates your ability. And I love it. I love just opening up a little violin duet book and seeing what happens. I mean, there's some beautiful music in here. And if you don't read standard notation, it's okay, because I tabbed out this piece, Valse Petite. I put it in tab form for my friends who don't know how to read standard notation. Now, I do think you should learn how to read standard notation because it gets you out of the narrow window of fingerstyle guitar. It gets you away from just this, which is great. It's great to learn how to play guitar from guitar music. Obviously, that's my whole channel's mission. But there's something equally special about checking out music from a whole nother tradition. It almost feels like you're eavesdropping in on another conversation in a way that will really grow and inspire you beyond the expectations, which to me is the beautiful thing about folk music to begin with, and tradition, you know? Take the tradition and do something non-traditional with it. Anyway, I'm getting off here, but I want to take a second to promote literacy, and I want you to promote literacy in your own life to your friends and family, whether it's just reading or learning how to read on your instrument. There's nothing like reading a book. There's nothing like a book. We're a big book family at my house, so I've been thinking a lot about it. So anyways, I'll play this piece on the way out. You can get the tab and you can get a slow play along of this violin duet over on my Patreon as always. Also, next week we're kicking off the new series, Numerical Blues. It's the spin-off of Alphabetical Blues. And I don't think I've announced the name yet here on YouTube, so if you made it to the end, there you go. A little heads up, next week we're kicking off Numerical Blues. All right, everybody, we'll see you at that, and I'll leave you with this piece.